Hey there, y'all. Welcome to the inaugural episode of Bailey's Last Mile. What this is just me driving to work. It's actually the last 2 to 3 miles of my drive to work. It takes about 10 to, anywhere from 8 to 15 minutes depending upon traffic. And the whole idea is I'm just driving to work and talking, or maybe just driving to work. You're going to see it from the perspective almost like you would a webcam. So you'll see here in a minute, I'm going to turn the camera around and mount it to my glass mount, my window mount here, and you'll just see me driving to work and talking about subjects of whatever kind. Today is mainly just going to be the route. I thought about recording a topic today, and I do have one in mind, but this is going to be what some people refer to as a vlog. I'm not really calling it anything other than me driving to work and talking about things. But that's the idea behind what I'm doing here. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around, and you'll see me driving to work. This is about 2/3 of the way through my drive into work. The last third of the drive is the worst traffic. If there's ever going to be anything that I catch interesting on camera, it's going to be that part of work, the drive. And I'm going to try to do this every day and upload it to YouTube right as I get to work. I'm using the Wi-Fi at work because it's cheaper than uploading it from my phone. And no, I won't do it live because, again, it uses way too much data. I may occasionally do a live one, but it's not going to happen very often, and it's not going to happen on the data plan I currently have. But I'm recording this on a Nexus 5X. I can record up to 4K, but I'm not doing that. Again, it takes up too much room, and the files are huge. And I think this thing overheats if you record more than like 15 minutes in 4K. So anyhow, here we go. You're going to see me drive to work, and I'll talk about the route a little bit. Here we go. And there you see the lovely semi-clean windshield. Just that a little bit. Some kind of piece of schmutz on my hood. And you'll notice I pulled over to start the video. I'm going to do that every time. So we're on the Loop 1 or Mopac frontage road here. Just underneath where the tollway is. I don't take the tollways into work, even though I could. It would save me a lot of time. But this saves me money. I did the math on if I took the tollway to work every day, it would cost way more than it's worth in the long run. So, and you may have noticed, I actually uploaded one other video. I think I called it the Daily Drive or Daily Commute or something like that. And I was playing the radio, and YouTube killed the audio. So that's my own stupidity. I was even kind of thinking that it might do that as I was driving in. But anyhow, catch my daily drive in here. So this is we're coming up on Howard Lane. I used to work at another company just down the road here on Howard Lane, so I used to turn right here and go down Howard Lane a little bit to get to work. Now I work, and by the way, I'm not going to say where I work just for now. I mean, it may become obvious, anyone who knows Austin. By the way, I live in a little town called Hutto, Texas. And I'm driving from Hutto, Texas to Austin. And again, this is just the last 2/3 of my drive-in, but last third of my drive-in or so. And like I said, I don't take any highways or tollways, partially because this is actually a more reliable route. I typically know where the wrecks are going to be if there's going to be any. There's really only one bottleneck, and we're coming up on it right now. I can't read this guy's license plate. Let's see if we can zoom in on that. That guy's license plate is bent up underneath his motorcycle. If the cop sees that, he's going to pull him over. He needs to bend that thing back out. Yeah, the subject I have in mind right now is the whole United Airlines debacle with that doctor who got pulled off of the plane. I was going to talk about it today, and I do have some opinions on it, although I have not seen the entire video, which I probably ought to do. I've seen just the short little clips that they put on the news, but yeah, I have some opinions on it. So, and it's a little bit more of the level-headed type of opinion than you might have heard elsewhere. Yeah, I don't know. The funny thing is you'll watch YouTube videos, you watch stuff on the internet from normal people. You do tend to get the more level-headed views from normal people. you get the sensationalized sort of BS from the news organizations usually. Passenger was beaten by United Airlines staff, police brutality, and things like that. And here we have another red light. I never make this light right here. This is Schofield Ridge Parkway. Right up here, you'll see where everyone, kind of gets in the left lane and merges onto Mopac. I'm going to as well, because that's up here on the left is the first entrance into Mopac that you can get on that is not a toll entrance. And that's a whole story around here too, is eventually they're just going to make everything in this area that was already a road, a toll road. They already made an extra lane down the middle of Mopac, which is a road we already paid to have built. They added a lane, and now they're charging a toll for it. Really? That's liberal tax dollars at work right there for you. Now, I'm sure I'm going to get some hate comments if anybody who's liberal watches this video, but damn it, I ain't paying twice for the same damn road. That's stupid. Now, the funny thing is, though, and yes, by the way, my political views are moderate. I'm not really conservative, I'm not really liberal, I'm more moderate. Like that Prius up ahead of me, I would totally own one. Maybe not a Prius. I wouldn't mind the Tesla, though. Priuses are a little funny looking. I've always thought they looked a little funny. So, but I'd own a Tesla. The Chevy Bolt looks a little funky, too. I like it. In fact, it's got 300 miles range, and it's got plenty of cargo room. It's comfortable. It's supposedly comfortable. It's fun to drive. But it's funny looking. So, they think that they have to make these EV cars and these, modern cars that are going to be more fuel efficient. They think they need to make them look like some sort of space-age time capsule. Just make a car that looks good. What I'm really interested in is the Tesla pickup, because supposedly, I don't know, because I heard they're going to be, that Elon Musk is going to be announcing the Tesla truck. I don't know if they're talking about the semi or the pickup truck. But supposedly, Elon Musk wants to make a pickup truck. I'll take it. And traffic's light today. I don't know if I'm actually going to get anything interesting. This is sort of a rambling one. Me just talking about random shit. It'll be a little more focused probably in the future. But this is the first video. This is me, just recording that last little drive, that last little bit of the drive. We're right at 8 minutes now, and we're pretty close to work. So it's also a test to see exactly how long that little section of road takes. It'll probably it'll flex a little bit based on the time of day. Well, it'll always be the same time of day, but traffic, things like that. Might not always be the same time of day. There's actually a possibility my shift will be changing at work, but it'll always be my drive into work and that last little section, that last 2 or 3 miles. But a little bit about this pickup truck. Driving a 2007 Ford Ranger XLT, and it is a basic rig. And I may at some point, I may record a little video and upload it. The Ranger, I was going to call this, it's funny little story on this. I went through a couple of different ideas. Bailey's Last Mile just sounds a little bit more marketable than, what was I going to call it? Something Ranger Rants or something like that. It just sounded a little silly, perhaps. But anyhow, red 2007 Ford Ranger XLT single cab, 5-speed transmission, simple little pickup truck, perfect, good gas mileage, gets me what I need. The only thing I wish is that it was the extended cab. Not for people. I actually like having that little section behind the seats for just putting stuff in. Groceries, for instance. Now, you can't, if you've ever tried to sit in those little flip-down seats that they put in the back of small pickup trucks, they're not seats. They call them jump seats, but it's a padded piece of cardboard with a seatbelt strapped to it. rough roads. They've patched this little section right here of the exit ramp like 4 times, and they do repave it. Oh, you gotta make me stop at this light? Oh man, I never have to stop at this light. Dude. It's alright. I'm not gonna be late to work or anything. I leave way early. In fact, I get teased for it. I show up anywhere from 45 minutes. Earliest I showed up for work was literally an hour and a half early. I walked in and everybody's looking at me like, why are you here? And I may record some of these videos with the camera looking back at me, but I don't think I'm that interesting. You know, even my voice, probably not that interesting. Listening to me rant here is probably not that interesting. But I may record a few of them with looking back at me. The idea is, though, I wanted to record this because I don't have a dash cam. And I've wanted one, but I've always wanted to record, you know, this last little section. If I'm going to record anything, if anything's going to happen, it's going to be in this section between where I started and here where I'm almost at work. And, you know, hey, I'll catch it on this thing if it happens, and then, hey, maybe I'll be able to use it in a court of law or something, but who knows. That's the whole point of having a dash cam, which I don't have and can't afford at the moment. So, here we are, pulling up into the garage, and hopefully, because I recorded this really awesome pickup truck yesterday when I pulled up in the garage, but the audio was not there because YouTube is so nice about blocking, you know, content. That, you know, I guess I get it. If I was a content creator, I wouldn't want my stuff that I charge for to just show up in random places. But, you know, 15 seconds of a song off the radio was enough. And I always try the bottom row here, or the bottom level, but I show up at 10 o'clock. Part of also why I like to show up as early as possible is to get a decent parking spot in the garage. I almost never do, but I try. But I'm, you know, bottom level, now we're on the second level, and I don't bother going left because that's not where I want to park. Usually right around this corner here is where I get a decent spot. And that truck is there, so I'm going to record that truck real quick here, and then I'll find a parking spot. So there's that truck. That is a 68 Ford F-100 Custom, fully restored. And I've talked to that guy because he left his headlights on one day, and I went and tracked him down and told him. And that's, you know, I didn't talk to him real extensively, but because I thought it was like a mid-70s. And this one, he told me it was a 68. By the way, I'm still keeping going. I like to park somewhat close to the actual stairs here on the left. That's the stairs on the left. I like to park somewhat close to the stairs. So I'll go all the way up here to the 3rd floor in order to get that if I have to. Maybe it's not logical, but it's my logic. But that's a 68 Ford F-100 Custom. Badass truck. Anyhow, that's it for Bailey's Last Mile. Catch you tomorrow.